It's not very often I play a game like Minecraft Legends that is this well made that I enjoyed it, but still felt like the experience was pretty empty. Yes, I know that might seem like an empty statement, but let me explain by starting with what exactly the gameplay experience is. So you have three options to choose from at the main menu: Campaign, Versus, and Lost Legends and Myths. All of these follow a basic formula, but in slightly different ways. The campaign has a simple story where you, as the hero, is summoned in to fight off the piglin invasion from the Netherworld. You do this by completing a variety of tasks, destroying portals, defending villages, and gaining new allies. But it's not quite as simple as it sounds. When moving around the world, you have four melody options with a variety of choices within them. These include resource gathering, where you can spawn a number of melodies to harvest a specific resource in its range. You have building melodies that you can use to build structures for defenses or fast travel points. There are combat melodies where you can summon different minions to help you fight in battle. Then finally, you have improvement melodies, which are permanent upgrades that upgrade everything from how many resources you can carry to how many minions you can spawn. All of these categories have a ton of options, and you have a hotbar you can customize for each one with your favorites to help you access them quicker. Then, as you move around the world in the campaign, the villages around you will occasionally get attacked at night, so you will need to go defend them, which I would consider extremely important, since each village has a chest that gives you resources, and if you fail to save a village, those resources will be scavenged by the piglins. Also, the longer you ignore piglin bases, the stronger they will become over time, so it's good to stay on top of them, definitely when new ones pop up, because occasionally they will. Luckily, thanks to the variety of minions you have at your disposal, these tasks can be easily achieved with the right plan of attack. From skeleton archers that absolutely wreck enemies to golems that tear through structures, you have plenty to play around with strategy-wise, especially on harder difficulties that offer greater challenges, or if you're someone who wants to take bases on at night, since piglins are stronger during that time. Not to mention, since the world is randomly generated, you never know when you will get a truly challenging world based on the layout. With that said, let's talk about the character you play as, because I was disappointed a little bit by what you could do as them. Now let me start off with this. The fact that you lead your minions in the battle with your sword is really fun in this game. The way you're able to fight alongside them and even defend them in critical situations like when you're about to destroy a portal is a lot of fun. Definitely when you pair the different mounts in the world you can find that open up different strategies to the player. I found the beetle to be my personal favorite thanks to its ability to climb over walls being insanely useful, allowing me to clear out some mobs before my own to make contact with them. And even though you are arguably the strongest one on the battlefield, I wish we could have had just a little customization with our hero, like we start off with no armor and have to craft it. Would have been cool working your way up to the diamond sword and armor as you move through the campaign, really leaning into that Minecraft experience. Also, I wish we had more control over our minions. Outside of basic commands like go attack this spot, there really isn't much you can do on a deep level, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Minecraft Legends is definitely an RTS that anyone can get into. I just wonder if trying to accomplish that left something important in that RTS formula from being in the game, since they tend to thrive on that deep understanding of mechanics. But I'll touch back on that in a second. Let's talk about the other two modes available in the game first, Versus and Lost Legends. Lost Legends is where I had the most fun and is where Minecraft Legends is at its best. So this mode is supposed to bring a new experience every month. For the first month, the experience is a wave defense mode where you have to keep a village safe from 20 waves of enemies that spawn around the village from portals. You start off with almost no resources, and the time between waves is extremely short, so you have to work fast if you want to keep the village safe. This frantic building and battling dance was extremely fun. It really leans to that deep understanding of mechanics I mentioned just a moment ago. Now, I'm not saying it's hard, but you definitely need to understand how everything in the game works together better in this kind of gameplay loop, so I really recommend trying this out to anyone over any of the other experiences in the game. As for the PvP, I didn't really enjoy what I tried, but I do think it's good or has the potential to be really good. Now you have two options when playing PvP. You could play or host a public game that anyone can join, which is 4v4, or occasionally it will start a 3v3. Or you can host a private game that is invite only, that could be anything from 1v1 to 4v4. I don't understand why they would make 4v4 public only, because after playing it a little bit, I feel like 1v1 would be the ideal experience even though I haven't tried it yet. The reason I say this is I ran into a major problem in team battles. People can grief way too easily. Having shared resources I think was a mistake. People could tank your team fast by wasting literally everything you have gathered. The other issue is the fact that you can recall minions at the spawner you summon them from. So your minions that are fighting alongside you can literally be stolen from you by your teammates thanks to this. This is an extremely useful feature in the campaign, but it's questionable here, which is a shame because as far as facing other players in PvP, it's a blast and far more interesting than anything you would experience in the campaign. And I understand what they were trying to do with this PvP experience. They're trying to make it so you use teamwork to overcome the other team. And they did a really good job of doing that when everyone's actually working together. But the second you get that one asshole that wants to grief your team, it all falls apart and the experience becomes extremely hostile and just absolutely terrible. So that's one of my biggest issues with the PvP right now. I'm still looking forward to playing it more down the road, but for now, this is just one little hiccup I'm not a big fan of. With that said, even with its simplicity and world design, the game looks absolutely incredible with its vibrant colors, and also it ran smooth with no issues on my Series X. The cutscenes from the story are simple but fun, though it did seem like they were more worried about seeing how they can off piglins in as many ways as possible than anything else, like telling a good story. And also, I must admit, I'm still not sure who this game is for, since it's like a simple RTS game that at times looks like a Pikmin game with a Minecraft shader, but doesn't really have enough of what makes Minecraft great to really feel like Minecraft. I will still recommend the game, because I can't really say it's a bad game. It's good at what it does, and not all games need to be revolutionary in what they do. Now, will I say you should go out of your way to try it? No. But if you're looking for something fun to try on Game Pass, or if you're looking for a game that's fun in co-op since everything in Minecraft Legends can be played in co-op, then this game will probably be worth your time since it definitely shines more in co-op than as a single player experience. Thanks for watching, everyone.